Hello and welcome to Warhammer Wednesday. In this video I will be unboxing and reviewing the Titan crew on foot. Now these guys from Forge World will set you about £18, which isn't too bad really for sort of 3 resin models. These videos, I mean this video was shot sort of January, probably come out February, March time. They're part of my series of videos that I've been trying to release since the update video. Yeah, unfortunately they're in sort of like the lower sort of 1080p quality, but there we go. Let's have a little look at these. They're just like the Titan Tech Priest engine seer in that Forge World for these models decided to model the bases. So not much work at all needs to be done, and in fact I think these models actually are only sort of 3 parts. I think all you need to do is just wash them, prepare them and spray them. Well, like every model, you don't get any instructions in here, and it looks like the bases could be fobbed off as normal bases, if you will. Looks very similar to Titan Tech Priest, to a Titan Princeps that you'd get with a Warlord Titan, even with the Lucius pattern head. I think you get a Princeps stud up. So I think there are only 3 Princeps that are stud up in circulation, including this guy with the 2 Moderati. And to me, this guy and the 2 Moderati, they sort of look like they're from Warhound, even though the Moderati and the Reaver, Warhound and Warlord are all exactly the same sort of armour. I think that's just sort of like their uniform. But the Princeps are all pretty different. The Princeps with this guy with the definitely full bald head, the lens on his right eye looks just like the Warhound one, whereas the Warlord, he's got more hair, bit of a sort of lavish kind of suit, whereas this guy, they're all old looking guys. I mean, they definitely should have retired a long time ago. They're still plugged into a, you know, Titan. I mean, it's just the best way to go, isn't it? Surely. But there you go. So this guy with his little scroll, probably he's got his Titan keys somewhere in there. So there you go. Well, it might be hands free. You'd expect it to be hands free, wouldn't you? Anyway, there we go. So that's him. So no parts to glue really, unless you wanted to sort of snap him off the base. But I think he's fine on that base, to be fair. I mean, you could always add stuff. You can add grass and things like that. And then this guy, obviously he's got some kind of like camouflage going on, cloak around him, that we'll have to sort of rip off very carefully, snap that off, and you know, have a bit of work on there. But he's very well detailed too. You know, the amount of details is fantastic. His las gun needs to be, you know, or sorry, flashlight needs to be sort of bent into place a bit more. And he's got some nice sort of knee pads going on. There you go, that's him. And then finally this guy, he's just texting. You know, he's out for a bit of fresh air, and yeah, you can definitely see he's texting. We just stopped for some fresh air out of the Titan, and that's him. So yeah, great little addition. 18 quid. The way I look at that is 6 quid each, which, you know, £6 for him with the base already on, detailed. It's fine. And obviously him, these 3 guys with the Tech Priest engine seer, with the Reaver Titan Tech Priest, with the Princeps from the Warlord. I'm slowly building up like a oh, and the Night Pilot as well. I'm slowly building up like a little force of sort of human characters that aren't Space Marines or Assassins or, you know, Sisters of Battle or anything like that, or Imperial Guard. They're sort of completely separate, which is fantastic. So that's it for this part of the video. What I'll do is I'll obviously just wash them and clip them off there. These bits, which won't take very long at all. I'll have them cleaned up and we'll go through the rest of the review. So join me in part 2. Hey, just like that. And welcome to part 2 of this unboxing and review of the Titan crew on foot. Probably said at the start of the video, these 3 cost you £18, which in a way is £6 each. not too bad for resin models of such high quality of detail. Let's have a look at the Princeps first. I always get Princeps and Moderati confused, but Princeps is the main sort of head honcho. He looks very similar to the one that you get with the Warhound Titan. You actually get one sort of sat in a chair, and he looks similar to that. You don't get one on foot. The only way to get one on foot is with the Warlord Titan, and also the Warlord Titan's I think Lucius pattern head. So there's only 3 really in existence that are stud up. I think that there was another one which was like a Forge World event or something like that, but you can't just go on Forge World and buy that one. So he's got some kind of las pistol. He's got his little activation key. Obviously everyone knows Titans are keyless ignition, and you just press a button to activate. He's got his hand behind his back. So yeah, this is a Princeps, highly detailed and all the rest of it. I've just broken him down as being £6. This little chap is checking his Instagram. He's taking a picture of the Titan, done a little selfie, and just getting it right, cropping it right, so it crops out the Princeps, obviously. Yeah, it's a cool little model. Just wandering about. He's got his helmet on and stuff. I mean, obviously, I would have thought that would sort of reduce visibility, but it might help with breathing. However, obviously, the Princeps doesn't need any protection because he's just immune to bullets. But yeah, this guy's got that helmet on and stuff. And then you've got this guy, the sensible guy. When you're outside a Titan, have a weapon, because it's bound to get carjacked. He's got a lot of ammo pouches too, so he's a sensible guy. He's just out and about, just patrolling, protecting his ride. So he's got his flashlight 5000, otherwise known as a las gun, and yeah, there you go. So that's him. Yeah, good little set. 18 quid, £3 more than a Titan Tech Priest, which is this fella here. Leave it up to you which you'd prefer. In a way, you can proxy this Tech Priest as an Engine Seer or Tech Marine, maybe even a Tech Marine probably, or maybe something in your Skitarii or Mechanicum armies. But these guys, you can't really proxy them as anything. Maybe as part of your Imperial Guard command structure, or command for your chapter, or just the Titan Legion command. But there's no sort of specific rules for these 3 for their battlefield role or anything like that. They're just cool little models that Forge World have made, and go really well with the other Titan crew and your Titan models. So there you go. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.